Hello friends, welcome back. In our last video, I have given you the 5 tips while building your PC. And now I am going to just brush up these 5 tips with a simple example. For example, if you want to build a PC with a budget of 1 lakh rupees, so how we'll be spending this budget of 1 lakh onto the different components we'll be showing you in this video. So keep watching till the end. So as per our tip number 1, we are going to divide our first budget into 70 and 30%. So 70% for your CPU and 30% for rest of your components. So first and foremost, we'll split our budget in 70%. So 70% for your CPU and your GPU. Now we'll be splitting this 70% in two parts in a 30 and 70% ratio. 70% for your GPU and 30% for your CPU if you're building a gaming PC. So 70% of your 70,000 comes around 49,000 rupees. So you have a budget of 49,000 for your GPU. So which GPU you can get in the 49,000? So in 49,000 you will be getting 2070 Super from Nvidia. So this is the fair GPU which you will be getting and which is a very good in performance. We have made a video on 2070 Super, so you can check it in the link given in the description box. So you got a GPU 2070 Super. Now the 30% of the 70,000 is around 21,000 rupees. So in 21,000 rupees you can get an AMD RYZEN processor which is 3600X. You can cut down your little budget from 3600X to 3600 if you wish to and put that amount in your GPU for getting an MSI Trio card or an Asus card with a Strix edition. So as per your choice, you'd split little bit of budget here or there, but go with 2070 Super and a processor with 3600. And if you're building this machine for some other purpose where the CPU is much important than a GPU, then you can split it in a 50-50 or a 60-40 ratio where you can go with a 2060 Super and a better CPU. So that was about CPU and GPU. Now coming to the tip number 2. So which says that you have to spend 10% of your budget on your motherboard. Now the 10% of your 1 lakh comes around 10,000 rupees. So you get a variety of motherboards in a 10,000 rupees. You can opt for an X470 board for an AMD processor, or you can go with a B450 Tomahawk from MSI or some Prime motherboard from Asus. So as per your choice, select a board around 10,000 rupees. So I think there are plenty of choices in that budget. Coming to the tip number 3, that is your budget for your RAM and your storage. So for RAM and storage, we have allocated a budget of 12%. So 12% comes out to be 12,000. So in 12,000, you can get a 16 GB RAM and a good decent SSD. You can opt for an M.2 from a Samsung or any other brand which you like, but I'll tell you to go with a 250 GB NVMe which will give you a super blazing speed. And for a RAM you can go with any 16 GB sticks, right from Corsair to G-Skill. There are a number of brands which you can buy from. Now coming back to the last point, which is allocation of 8% for your PSU and your cabinet. So out of this 8,000, you can spend around 5,000 to 6,000 on your PSU, which is the powerhouse of your CPU, and the remaining 3,000 or around 2,500 for your cabinet. Because remember, cabinet is not going to contribute anything for your performance. So select the cabinet which is decent enough to have all components inside which can fit nicely, but don't overspend on your cabinet unless and until you have an additional budget, because performance is the priority. So spend around 2,000-3,000 rupees for your cabinet and you can get a decent PSU which is 80 plus bronze or somewhere 80 plus gold if you get around 500 watt of PSU. So that will be sufficient for this machine. Around 500 to 600 watt of PSU is sufficient for this machine, which you can buy it around 5 to 6,000 rupees and remaining spend it on your cabinet. So this was a simple example how you'll split your budget for the different components. Hope this is useful for you while building your PC. So if you have liked this video, please give us a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe our channel for lots of videos which will be coming up. If you want to buy any of these components, we have given the links in the description box. You may go through the description box and find the links there. Okay, we'll come next time. Until then, goodbye.